and he's very intelligent, and he's well respected not only in the U.S. Medical and research community, but also worldwide. So I did the parody, thinking it was funny. It's the second Quarantunes parody I've done since this has started, and um, yeah, I'm gonna keep doing these. I've got another one. Hopefully, I'll get done by Saturday, maybe. But they're all good-hearted. They're all designed to make us laugh a little bit. We're not criticizing anyone or anything. We're just kind of. It's just designed to make us all laugh together and bring us together. But the Dr. Fauci is great, and I have it on decent authority that someone is trying very hard to ensure that Dr. Fauci himself sees this video that I've done, which will be the most meta thing ever, right?
From your lips to the gods in DC's
To the
ears.
internet's ears, right? I know, right? It's crazy. But yeah.
So let's pretend like I didn't start this properly in the beginning
Okay.
and didn't hit live properly on YouTube because I'm a noob.
So when
On
did we actually start recording?
We've been like live, but just not quite live. So it's been about a minute and 15 seconds we've actually been live, halfway through your presentation.
Okay, cool. Hey, welcome to Wine Antics Live, friends. I'm Stub. This is Jen. She's our producer. Like all of us, we're having bad days today.
I don't want to take that credit right now.
No, it's fine. We're all having bad days. All right, cool.
No.
I don't know where people came in now, nor do you.
No, they came in the middle of you talking about your latest parody.
All right,
And
cool.
we have your
I'm
YouTube
Stub.
channel up.
This is Jen. We're the OG weekly wine drinking show.
Oh, that intro was missed.
We're not putting anyone down for doing the Facebook Live or Zoom tastings here. I just want to say Jen and I have been doing this for a while. What Jen did is she introduced me graciously saying, "Oh my gosh, what have you been doing, Stuff? I've been doing song parody videos because that's what I do, or at least that's what I say I do. I haven't done one in a while, but I did one. I've done the second one. I'm calling the Quarantunes. Go check out the Cork Envy YouTube page and look at those. It's on a playlist. The second one I did this week, though, and released is called 877-8339. It's a love song to Dr. Fauci. We all freaking love Dr. Fauci. He's adorable. He's a straight shooter. He's a Brooklyn guy, or he's a New York guy, but he's also the nicest guy ever. I've gotten that from people who've met with him in person. I've gotten that from people who've interacted with him not in person. And I have it on good authority that he may or may not see my video. Bam. There's that. Jen, what are you doing? Let's talk about beauty and wines. Go.
Holy crap. No, let's talk about what we're going to drink first.
Oh, okay.
Because at least one of our beverages, because this was originally supposed to be a different show. It was supposed to be Cocktail Blocked, which is still an amazing title.
Which was super clever. And we're going to do that at some point again. Cocktail Block.
We are going to do it at some point. But
we have an inappropriate title.
If we have an inappropriate title, we're going to use it. So be on the lookout for that. But tonight we're just rating our stash. And no, not riding any stashes. Rating our stash.
Well, depends on, well, no.
You weren't ready for that yet, were you?
We're not riding any stashes tonight. I mean, some of us may be. Some of us may be, collectively.
Yeah,
but yeah,
that does happen on quarantine. Will not be.
And if we are, it's going to be a stash that is known to us. Yeah. So,
so
all right.
What
thanks
I mean
for that,
by
Jack.
this,
it actually made me blush a little bit.
Well, you warned me. You gave me warning in the pre-show, which we should be recording and showing.
You preempted me on it, which actually caught me by surprise. Clever, my lady. Clever.
It's like we've been doing this for 4 years or something.
I know.
So we're just going through, like, we're all kind of cooped up, whether it's voluntary or forced, unfortunately, but we have our beverage hoard. I think all of us have a little bit of a beverage hoard going on. And I just wanted to go through and check out the stashes that we have and that you have, and see if there's some gems out there, some like long lost loves in your closet that you've missed and have rekindled that flame with. Or, you know, like our friend Mike, the Mad Martian, who's like, I have everything categorized and I absolutely know where everything is. And I'm like, okay, Debbie Downer, wah, wah.
So I loved that because I did that before I did my 20 wine days of February. I actually went through my actual wines
Yeah.
uh, and cataloged them all and picked out the ones I was going to do for the 20 wine days.
Well, good for you,
Um,
organized people.
no, but look, this was like 3 years in the making. But I'm guessing Mad Martian does that like on the second when he gets home with new wines or he gets them
Yeah.
delivered.
And
All right.
he's a good shopper. Like he goes out to the auctions and deal discounts and stuff like that online. So I think he's a strategic purchaser.
Yes. Now, let me jump in here because we don't want to go too long tonight.
Yeah, we do.
Hidden
We're
gems.
only 5 minutes in now.
Hidden. Well, yeah, that's true too. Hidden gems, though. I started thinking about things that I've had hidden in my on my liquor cabinet or my wine cellar or whatever, and I went straight liquor. Now, you guys know that, and if you don't know, I'm a brand ambassador for Hotel Tango Distillery out of Indianapolis. This is the almost empty bottle of rye that I have from them right now. Um, but I thought back to like when did I start drinking and what did I start drinking when I started drinking? And my drink of choice when I was an official drinker in a life, which by the way, I didn't really drink before I was 21, to be honest. But the official drink that I kind of got introduced to alcohol to and really fell in love with. And I had a couple of sips of this here and there as a kid when my old man had some, but it's Jack Daniels Old Number Seven Jack Black. So to start the show tonight, I'm going to pour myself a shot of this, and I'm going to toast all of you in quarantine or otherwise, and say cheers, salute. We're going to get through this, and here's to my old man. Bam.
Cheers to the video camera. That's new etiquette, by the way. If you're doing other virtual happy hours, which are prevalent out there, if you're gonna cheers, you hold it up, you put it to the camera, and it makes it look like somebody's clinking glasses with you. There's a new little tip.
So that's how I started thinking about my raid the stash today. Was that, and the Jack Black Old Number Seven is not necessarily a stashed thing, but it's something I always have available at my house.
It's also very gentlemanly, right? Like it's old
Well,
school.
gentlemen, I also have Gentleman Jack too.
Well, that was
Now we're going to
before
talk
there was a
more.
gentleman Jack.
There is a Gentleman Jack, yes.
I
I will not be pulling that out tonight. I'll be pulling out some other. I may actually be jacking some other things tonight.
mm, okay. You
I
go
mean,
jack off.
hold on. Yeah, all right. Jen, how'd you start with your drinking?
With really bad puns, but no.
Yes.
So I went up to my family likes to do the holidays because we're in Florida now, and we like to do the holidays where it's a little bit cooler, and that's up
Mm-hmm.
in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Georgia. And there's a great little place called Mercer's Orchard, and they also have apples and they have a big retail shop, but they have a cidery. So I'm drinking
Mm-hmm.
their cold days, and
Mm.
it's in hops, so 6.5% alcohol. But it's,
Whoa, six
I
and a
know.
half percent cider.
Yes, well, it's got some bowl tropical. I'm trying to see. I think it's pressed or made with hops, so I don't know. Look, it's
Right.
tasty. It's adult grape juice. It says that it's in hops. It tastes good. Supporting local people as what we always should do.
Absolutely. I like that.
And it's easy. Like I'm not trying to get like last week. I'm not trying to get quite as crazy as last week. Just trying to keep it kind of low key and some lower alcohol cider.
Yeah. All right. So we got that going. So you've had this for a while. It's just something you kind of forgot you had, and you decided to open, right?
Yeah, I bought I mean, probably like maybe 6 months. Not that long.
Mm.
But
Okay.
it
Yeah,
it
that's
was
fine.
something
All
I
right.
was kind of saving, kind of forgot about. And I have a couple other bottles, so this, just
Mm.
individual little bottles. And it's something that's appropriate for tonight and light
Cool.
and easy. And yeah, it's Florida. Guess what? In March, it's still 90 degrees during the day.
We all hate you right now.
No, you don't. I'm marvelous. I'm
Now,
fine.
to be fair, I'm wearing a t-shirt and a very light hoodie, but I had shorts on today. Like I had to change to shorts. Sun was out today, and I was like, "Oh, this is awesome!" And with appropriate social distancing, I was shagging balls for a kindergartner who in our neighborhood and wanted to hit some balls. So I was pitching and I was chasing balls and throwing them back. We were appropriately distanced, I promise. But it was awesome for all of us to get out and get a little vitamin D and be able to, kind of scream at each other from a distance, which was kind of cool.
Yeah,
So yeah.
I see. I
All right.
I've seen. Who was it?
So
I saw somebody in our wine community. They were neighbors in a small apartment complex, and they were in their
yeah,
front entry, and one person was at one
yes,
door, and one person was at the other door, and they were drinking Nebbiolo. I remember that.
I
Or
did see
Negroni.
that, and that's it's a difficult thing. And once
Yeah.
again, I'm not a scientist. I'm not going to not say hello to neighbors. I have come out into my garage and waved at people like walking their dogs or following their kids around on their tricycles or whatever. Not hanging out with people in the way I normally would. But get out and wave to people at least and talk to people as much as you can in a safe way. I would say that because that's going to save all of our sanity, especially if you live in a very close knit neighborhood like I do, um, where it's a difficult thing. And there's a lot of children who want to get out and play together, and it's hard to explain to them. And did you see this Michael Rappaport thing, Jen, where he got online and just went ape s on people? He's like, go snatch your kids up, blah blah blah. It's hilarious. It's very Michael Rappaport, and it was hilarious. If you haven't seen that, go look up Michael Rappaport, Corona,
I may.
social distancing, whatever. It's really funny, and it's very Michael Rappaport. But you know, um, yeah, the neighborhood is very it's very different. And I actually got out yesterday to go get a few things I needed from a couple of places, and I hadn't been out in uh, what was yesterday, Wednesday. I hadn't been out in over a week, and
Hmm.
it was weird how few people were out. And the few people who were out, about 50% of them were wearing masks, and
Hmm.
everyone was like, acknowledge, we would acknowledge each other, like in a store or in a parking lot, but not engage. And it was a very weird thing. And I think that's weird in DC anyway, because people don't do that. But yeah, it was even more weird here. But keep your distance, people. So we're talking about this, Jen, and this is a weird transition, I think. The
Well, you could
rainier
have
snack.
transitioned with some great COVID-19 BuzzFeed pickup lines.
Oh gosh, I don't have that up on my phone right. I don't even know
Like the
what.
social distancing one, one
Oh
was
yeah,
like, "Ooh, girl,
yeah.
you look good from across the bar. Stay 6 feet
Hey
away."
there. I know. Those were awesome. Yeah, Jen and I were talking about those last night. So if you have any of those lines, let us know what they are. Funny things or anecdotes. Look, we're all in this together, and some of the jokes we're going to make are inappropriate. Once again, I'm not, and I know Jen's not. We're not going to make mean-spirited jokes or share mean-spirited posts. But hey, it's okay to laugh sometimes. You know, hey girl, let me get down on a knee. I'll be your Prince Charming. I mean, that's kind of funny. It's a
Your
dad
Prince
joke of sorts, but
Charmin.
Charmin, yeah. Yeah, we're talking about like you're kind of stuck at the house. Did you get what you needed? You thought, man, I need this or that, and you went and got another bottle of your everyday drinker, whether it be a wine or a spirit or maybe a case of beer. And I haven't done that. Like the couple times I've been out, I've grabbed like 2 6 packs of beers that are kind of everyday drinkers for me. I say everyday drinkers, like it'll get me through. Like I'll have one of those, a day or whatever. In addition to the other stuff, because I have a lot of stuff that is heavy drinkers that I don't want to drink. But in thinking about the stash thing, I started thinking about stashes, and I pulled out a gift that I received, and I've had a couple of these bottles in my life. I've bought a couple of these bottles for friends who've hosted me in their house for a long time and had them. And the namesake of this is a very important person to me. And I forgot to bring the cardboard cutout down for my upstairs studio. But we're talking about the one and only Mr. Frank Sinatra.
Oh, even that box is fabulous.
So this is the Jack Daniel's Sinatra Select, which I'm trying to think it was released 6 years ago. It's only released in a liter bottle, not a 750, not a 1.5. It's released in a liter. I've had this bottle for a year and a half, so you can see how little I've had of it. So it's 90 proof. It is apparently the proof of Jack Daniels and the recipe that Jack was using when Frank himself discovered Jack Daniels and became a lifelong fan. And if any of you guys know, Frank was buried allegedly with a with one or two bottles of Jack Daniels uh, upon his death in 1996. So I poured myself. Now I measured this out properly because it's a difficult thing to find. It's not cheap. So places I've been to several places in several cities who did a 3-2-1 Jack Daniels pour of this, and it's three fingers, two cubes, one glass. So I've poured this tonight in honor of Jack Daniels and Frank Sinatra. Now, I will tell you the original bottles I had of this, I thought were great. I thought they hit just a little bit harder than Jack Daniels. They were a little bit smoother, didn't have as much of a bite. Um, the later bottles I've had have come off to me with a little of a banana, almost Laffy Taffy on the nose, which I'm still getting on this. But it's such a smooth, easy drinking whiskey. And if this is what the chairman of the board drank, and he was so badass and awesome, I'll drink this all day, every day. Well, if they bring the price down, I'll drink it all day, every day. But
So would you call that a long lost love, or would you call that a hidden gem?
I'd call it a hidden gem to some degree because it's a thing that I have,
Mm-hmm.
and Jen's been in my house. Like there, I've got 4 stories in my house. There's not a floor in my house. Actually, I think the bedroom level we don't have booze, although I may have hidden a couple of bottles in the closet at this point. But there is booze on every level of my house, and it's not because I can't walk upstairs without having a drink. It's because we just have so much. And this is a special bottle for me. It's one I pull out on occasion, and maybe a couple times a year, here or there. I'll pull it out in May on the anniversary of Frank's death. Um, which back in the day, even though I wasn't old enough to know that I should do this, I called the rib at work and I said, "Hey, if you can get off today, come home." And I went and got a carton of cigarettes and 4 bottles of Jack Daniels. And I said, "This is what we're doing tonight. We're sitting on our balcony, chain smoking and drinking Jack Daniels and listening to Frank Sinatra tunes." So Frank Sinatra was one of those weird influences in my life, actually. Even though he was much, much older to have been an influence in my life, but he was just such a cool dude. Like my grandparents loved him. And once I got to know his music and what he did and stood for. So when this whiskey came out, I was first in line to buy it, bought several bottles, once again, out of state, and then had several pours at bars around the country. I do love it. I think it's changed though. I actually think the recipe has changed a bit, but it's still a nice little whiskey
When
to
you
drink.
do the edits to this show, I want you to
Yeah.
at some point just wistfully fade your
No.
monologue of Frank Sinatra
Oh,
out.
I'm sorry. Frank Sinatra is no, he's the end all be all. I'm really sad I didn't bring my cardboard cutout of Frank that I have up in my film studio down to the garage tonight to
You
have
brought the
behind me.
guitar down, though.
No, that guitar is the downstairs guitar that I bring out here anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Cool.
All
Well,
right.
you
There's
got it.
that.
You got that. But I do
All
want
right.
you to consider doing the wistful fade with some like memory moments,
Oh, I may do that. I mean,
music playing in the background.
and also here's a little teaser. I've been doing these quarantines. There's a chance I might do and it's sacrilege for me. I might do a Frank Sinatra tune for a quarantine
Mm.
feature on Corkamate YouTube page or something. All right, Jen, your turn. Sorry.
Oh, I should stop sipping this.
No, I get all weird with Frank. I'm sorry. I get the
You
vapors
do.
when I
You're
start
getting a
talking
little
about Frank.
misty. Those baby blues are really starting to get a little watery, and I just wanted to
Shit,
reel it
I'm
back
jealous.
in.
That's all right. No, that's fair.
So, I think I'm gonna show. We're gonna do another show and tell because we showed
Do it.
and told your efforts in the, what did you call them? Pa- pandemic
Oh, the quarantines. Quarantines.
quarantunes.
Yes.
There you go. I could. That's actually a really good, like a little, should be a good mnemonic or thing to remember. I'm like,
I have my
thing to
moment.
remember.
Yeah, it's cute. Yeah.
Corn tunes.
Yeah.
All right. So, if you guys didn't know, and I haven't promoted it enough, I have another Instagram channel that I've been working on with Justin Cowrey's wife, Lauren. And we're working this week towards the menage a trois. Or is it menage a trois or menage a trois? I feel like from this label.
It's a menage a trois.
I don't even know how to say it. That's how bad it is, right? And Lauren did a good job in picking this one. She picked this.
Hey, Jen, I've also done a lot of dumb things that I don't know how to pronounce. It's fine.
Have you? No, none of them would include your mustache in any form or another. Was there a ticket booth outside for people?
Nope. Wow. Depends on when you enter. Did you have VIP access? If you bought VIP access, I guarantee you it did. This has gone downhill real fast.
It has, but this is why
Awesome.
people are here. We're doing it for the people.
I hope my mother and aunts are watching.
I hope. Like, this is a good time to have your whole neighborhood watching, right? Where are the Jeffs when we need them?
I don't care about the neighborhood. I'm more worried about my mother and my aunts.
By the way, let me put this caveat. I love and respect the rib. I actually fear her a lot as well. So,
I do as well. We all do. Everyone does. Everyone does. That's fine. Yes.
Before I get another person saying, you guys have such great on-screen chemistry, you should date. Like, before I get another person that says that, no, we're just messing around and having fun. But Lauren picked this label, and we're going to have a lot of fun with it.
We tried that for like the first 4 months we met, but it just didn't work out because I was married and Jen was dating someone else. It was a whole thing.
And Ange had gotten bored of me, so yeah.
My deadpan is. We're talking about menage a trois, though, Jen. So go ahead.
Yeah. Again, Lauren picked this one out, and I like that. Of course, the brand is well known, right? And she wants to go further with the makeup looks that we've done. We've had a lot of fun doing a lot of eye looks, but she's ready to branch out to not only doing eye looks, but doing full masks. She wants to masquerade this stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know if I'm ready for that. But I'll give it a try.
Eyes wide shut style?
Huh?
Little eyes wide shut action?
No. No. She's got a couple things looking, but we're kind of taking the rest of the month not only to go through what we have and rating our stash, going through the pantry and stuff like that, but also having a little bit of fun, right? We have a little more time in. We're exploring the boundaries of what we can do for makeup, and we have some ideas for Freak Show too coming up. And she's found some crazy makeup to do with that. So it's been a lot of fun, and I dropped the link in YouTube over here. If you want to check out the looks that we've done or want to join in and see, how kindergarten-ish I will draw a mask on my face.
Nice.
Because I have no idea what I'm doing. She's like, here's a picture. It's beautiful. I'm like, yes, that woman is beautiful. And she obviously has skill. I have finger paints.
No, that's not even true. I mean, maybe you do have finger paints, but yeah, that's not true. You're both beautiful women. I actually do love this, Jen. I love the whimsy of it and the creativity of it, by the way.
And it's something different. It's cool, more permission for women too. Like, women are the target demographic of wine as it is, and everybody knows that. But it's for us pushing the boundaries of maybe what we drink, making it connecting it with something that is something that women do on a daily basis or regular basis, and then having fun with trying makeup more. I've never worn this much makeup in my life, but it doesn't look bad, and it actually looks really well on camera.
Indeed.
I'm going out.
See, that's part of the recording before we start, because I was asking you about your makeup before we started tonight, because I'm wearing a backwards DC Defenders XFL hat, trucker hat, Hey, Shields up, by the way. I mean, we got like 4 games in before the season was canceled. But no, I asked you about that, Jen, and I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome. I love it. I think those two things go together. Um, and I think you and Lauren are doing a great job on that, on Beauty and Wines. I really do. And you're
Thank
both
you.
beautiful, amazing, gorgeous women.
Thank you very, very
Aside from
much.
the, I mean, just superficially, you're both that. But then you add the content and the cleverness of pairing the actual look with the wines. I think is it's a very clever thing that
It's
I'm also
fun.
interested in. I had a makeup conversation actually last night on social media with a couple of my girlfriends from high school.
Oh, what did they ask you about your guy liner? Like what product you use?
No, they did not. But one of them put something up about makeup, and I'm like, oh, I did this, no makeup, blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm actually. Oh, this is a good time to clean your makeup brushes. That was the post. Like,
Have
we're
you
not
seen?
going.
Okay, I'm gonna completely derail. Have you seen the little thing that it's like the bowl, and you put your makeup cleaner in there, and it like spins your freaking brushes?
I have seen that. Yeah,
I
let's call it a
freaking
salad
want it.
spinner. Just put your make brushes in a salad spinner and go to town. It's
No,
fine.
the salad spinner isn't gonna do it. There's too much distribution of very expensive cleaner.
No, I'd be fine. No, it's not expensive cleaner. Just put a little bit of Dawn dish, like 1 drop of dish soap, about a quart of water, and just spin your brushes in a salad spinner. It's the same thing. Just rinse them well. You're gonna be fine.
Look,
They
I need you to
clean
go ahead.
oil
I need
off
you to
of
go
the
ahead and
rings of
test that
bird.
theory and videotape it.
Well, I would do it, except I only have one makeup brush myself. It's a dual. I've
I
got a
got
big.
70 dirty ones I can send
Well,
to you.
I've got a big one on one end, a small one on the other end. The rib is not going to let me do that with her brushes. I promise you, because she has more than I do. I mean, I've got a pencil. I don't have a fan brush for my eyeliner. Yes, I know what a fan brush is. Yeah, that's all right. Ladies,
I
go
don't
ahead. Go ahead. Y'all know what
look.
I'm talking about.
I
Fan
still don't
brush.
know what to do
Well,
with a fan
uh,
brush.
and fan brush, what you do with it is you do what we call wet line, where you lick it or dip it in water, but most ladies lick it, dip it in their eyeliner, and then do their eyeliner with it. Come
There's a
on, Jen.
I feel like I need to
Well,
Google some brush terms because I would think the fan
read
brush
it.
is the big one. It's like a blush brush, but it's thinner and it's fanned out.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's that as well. Yes, that actually helps with the blending of the contouring.
Blending of the con. Okay,
I just
okay.
have a large brush and a small brush. The large brush is for blending powder. The small brush is for blending the concealer into the foundation. That's what I use
Okay.
personally.
All right, Lauren. I'm telling Lauren right now. I hope you're listening, Lauren, because I
Ma'am.
think Stub needs to do a makeup look.
She's like, oh my god. I don't know what Lauren's situation is if she's listening, but she's really bored.
So I talked a little bit about beauty and wine. I also want to share a little bit of like the force behind beauty and wine, like the little
Yeah.
bit of wine education behind beauty and wine is of course Justin. Justin is starting to drop some knowledge into our posts as well. And we appreciate that. We went out to Denver last summer on the Bevfluence experience, and we visited a couple breweries, a couple wineries, and at least one distillery, Golden Moon Distillery. And this is a past love that I hadn't quite forgotten about, but had kind of not paid as much attention to her as I should have, right? And this is a
Mm.
creme de violette, and you can see
Mm.
it. It's kind of a pinkish purple in here, and this is pure creme de
Mhm.
violette,
Mhm.
violet.
Mhm.
And I've already tried this with ginger ale. And it's actually makes a really good cocktail. Just a little bit of that and a little bit of ginger ale. But what I have is actually ginger beer, non-alcoholic ginger beer, and I'm attempting to open that and going to add it because it creates that little bit of fuzz. It's a little bit of a sweeter, syrupy beverage, one that I never thought I would love. But this distillery, Golden Moon Distillery, makes some like old style spirits, like stuff with like aniseed in it, stuff that there's one that I got my aunt and uncle, and I literally said, I screamed, and Todd and Justin both know. I was like, it tastes like tea. And I got it from my aunt and uncle because they're regular tea drinkers, and my uncle likes to put brandy in his tea, but my aunt
Mhm.
doesn't like it. It's too strong, but
Mhm.
it's just kind of sweet enough that it added to the tea profile, I should say. So I love that distillery that they make little different, unique, and more traditional, like way back traditional, like pre-prohibition traditional style spirits. So
Yeah, and
just a little
Jen,
cocktail.
what's the ABV on that? Do you mind looking down and being weird on camera? I
Yeah,
think it's
love
probably
being
like
weird on camera. Not used to that at
uh,
all.
it's not
Um,
like high alcohol.
no, it's
I'm
30% by
30,
volume. Yeah,
30-ish. Yeah.
yeah.
So it's a liqueur. It's not a liquor. It's a liqueur. So it's a flavoring agent for your cocktails. Um, yeah, little cream de violette with a little spritz over top of it. Um, I'd go with lemon, little squeeze, like cream de violette, little spritz, and some lemon. That would be a nice cocktail. But cream de violette is actually it, it's a liqueur and a mixer that we use in cocktails a lot in the bar world. Um, it adds a floral component without adding too much booze. It's a nice thing. So, what are you getting out of that, Jen? With the
What
ginger
actually
beer?
hit me really hard,
Yeah.
and I don't know if it's the ginger beer, but it was really herbaceous. It was like
Yeah.
almost like chewing a little bit of bark.
And
Um,
that's the cool thing. It's not, it's floral, but it's also herbally. It's not all the way, it's not like rose water. Like
no,
you get the violet flower from it. That's where the name comes from. But it also you get with the with the violet, you get the herbaceousness of it. So it
it's
works well in a lot of cocktails actually
yeah, and you're
as
right. It,
well.
like a little
Or on
citrus
its own.
component to it would have been nice, like a
Yeah.
little lime
Yeah.
squeeze in it, just to balance that bite. It's bitingly herbaceous, but to
Yeah.
balance it out.
But it's not like old lady wearing perfume at the grocery store
No,
floral
no.
as a couple of other liqueurs are. Yeah. All
It's
right.
fun to realize that there are other liqueurs other than what you see out
Yes.
on the shelves, like because
Oh,
Godiva
indeed.
isn't Godiva like a liqueur? Isn't uh,
Godiva is a liqueur. That is correct. Yes.
Bailey's
Yes.
isn't that a liqueur?
Uh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, so those type of like you get very used to seeing a certain standard of liqueur, and I think as like when I was younger, those were the liqueurs that I kind of knew of.
Yes.
And it
You've
there's
heard of them,
yeah, and there's
but
a
you
lot of
never heard
more
of
range out
them.
there than you would think.
Yeah. Of course there wasn't. Cool. So you found that, or that was just sitting around in your? It was just sitting around for you.
It was near the ciders that I had put away in a special cabinet back there, not with Gen Pop, but in the special cabinet. And it actually had moving tape on it. Like, I had to take the moving tape off of it.
Nice.
Yeah, because you
All
want to
right.
protect your bottles. And that was from shipping. I put it in my suitcase. So you put some tape around it and keep it going. Keep it moving. Keep it home. Take it home.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Which brings me to my last drink tonight.
Take it home, Stub. Come on.
This is. I stuck with the. Once again, we started like what's hidden gems or old forgotten favorites, and I'm like Jack Daniels, and then Jack Daniels, and I'm also now like Jack Daniels. This is my Jack Daniels single barrel proof. Now this is a barrel pick from my friends at the whiskey bourbon Scotch enthusiast group, whom I they do some awesome barrel picks. I'm glad to be part of their barrel pick opportunities because of where those are. I've got to drive 2 hours to get them, but I'm willing to do it every day of the week. So this is a 133.4 straight out of the barrel proof Jack Daniels.
That's a lot. Like, that
It is.
burns virtually.
I will also tell you that is why when I pour these higher, if I pour anything over 100, I put it in a jigger and measure
You
it.
put it in a what?
A jigger.
Jigger what?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. Yes. No, anything I pour over 100 proof, I measure if I'm drinking straight. And here's why. I want to taste it and I want to acknowledge it and I want to appreciate it. Could I have two of these? Yes. Will I have two of these tonight? No, because I had
Maybe in the after party.
four. No, I will not be having this in the after party. No, I'll be going back to either the Jack Black or something else in the after party. Also, stay tuned for the after party, friends. We'll drop the link at the end of the show. So here's the thing. This is straight out of the barrel Jack Daniels, and it is it's a thing, honestly, thinking back in my life, I'm sad that I just now I've had the single barrel Jack before. This specifically barrel pick from my friends at the Whiskey Bourbon Scotch Enthusiast website, which I think actually Justin, you mentioned earlier before Jen works with. He works with them. Um, I wish I'd have gotten this bottle and been able to share a sip with my old man before he passed 3 years ago. But I know from experience you need a little water in this. So I dropped the cube into an ounce and a quarter, and I will slow play this. And for any of you in the after party, this is the thing I'll still be drinking, I promise, because 133 proof. That's pretty intense. Um, but you get the caramel notes, you get the spicy notes on the nose. Oh, and you get all that booze going down your throat. Let your water settle or ice cube before you drink it, especially if you have heartburn issues. But this right here is good, bad, or indifferent. And I will argue with anyone, is Jack Daniels bourbon, not bourbon, is it whiskey, whatever. Doesn't matter. Jack Daniels, the old number 7 that I had at the beginning of the show, is the thing that got me into whiskey. And then I've actually been able to move past that. And so I stuck with Jack tonight. I just stuck with jacking off tonight.
Yeah, you did.
No,
And maybe
jacking,
maybe it's in your
jacking
comfort
out
zone.
tonight.
Checking out
Yeah.
tonight.
Jacking down. Yeah, I didn't mean to say that. What?
Don't worry, I already said it. I took all of the fun
No, you
out of
did.
your comments tonight.
No, you did. You said things that I wouldn't have said, and I was like, yeah, whatever. Let's do it. Who's still watching? We've got like 6 people still watching, and no one's commenting. Why aren't you people commenting?
I don't know. They're not
What I
brave,
hope you're
apparently.
doing is waiting to join the after party after Jen talks about her next drink or hidden gem.
No, that was the 2 of them. So I had the
Oh, that was it.
Mercer's Orchard cider, which I actually added to my little cocktail, and it balanced it out because it was a little sweeter than I expected. So I added it into there, and it kind of cut the herbaceousness a little bit, which was nice, and gave it some sweetness. But yeah, so we're gonna be live again next week here on YouTube.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Really?
Of course we are. Yeah.
It's like, you got a place to go? Because I'm planning to be shelter in place.
We're actually live. We weren't going to be live. We were going to be live every other week starting in January. And then we're like, this thing's happening. We're going live every week. Who cares?
Yeah, we're here for you. We really are. Like, we've done after parties, virtual happy hours, virtual shenanigans for 4 years now. So we're here for you. Stub is going to drop the after party link. Please join us over there. Seriously, come hang out and help us finish our drinks, or maybe start your drinks for the night. We will definitely see you guys next Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we'll talk about more shenanigans. What's that?
Don't end the show before I drop the links.
He's like, you know what that was? That was like, Jen, slow your roll. You're going too fast.
No, I've got several windows open and they're all muted. And I was like, what's happening?
I like that we've changed the format of this show completely to where now we talk about the behind the scenes issues.
Doesn't matter. I don't know. We get ahead of each other sometimes. I mean, that happens sometimes with fake lovers.
It happens literally every week. We have some kind of problem.
Jen, imagine if you were in a threesome, like someone gets ahead of themselves and wants to move on to this before that. It's a whole thing. So, we keep it real, though. It's just the 2 of us.
We do. We keep it very real.
All right. Wine Lunatic is already on our after chats, which is weird.
Apparently, well, he's been waiting for us. He usually shows up at 11 o'clock at night. Well, our time, 11 o'clock at night. His time, like 8.
Speaking of threesomes, what? All right. Hey,
You good? Can I close out the show now?
hey, yeah, let's do it. Let's actually do a proper close, Jen. I'll let you
Okay.
do that.
You want to do
All
a
right.
proper close? Final thoughts, Stub.
Final thoughts. Look, friends, everyone's suffering. Don't complain about the thing that everyone else is suffering about. We're all in this together. Let's do commiserate a bit, but come on. There have been worse things. There will be worse things, but together we will all get through this. I promise you. So let's laugh our way through it without being negative to others. How's that? Is that good, Jen?
No, I like it. I mean, I was watching
And
Jenna
I'm
Marbles
halfway
today.
through a 133 proof thing.
Yeah.
And I'm going to watch the Gay Tiger show next week with I already have on my calendar next week to watch the Gay Tiger show on Netflix with a friend through the
Penn and
Netflix.
Teller?
No.
Oh.
No, the Tiger Mania, Tiger. Oh, the dude in Louisiana who has the gay guy
Okay.
in Louisiana.
Okay. Stay tuned for the after party to find out what the Gay Tiger show
Who's
is.
in a gay- Apparently, this guy's in a gay throuple and he has a lot of tigers on his property in Louisiana. I'm all in. but
Okay, you're in for that. All right. My final thoughts, however.
Please go.
Please. I was watching Jenna Marbles today, very famous YouTuber, and she's like, you have permission to laugh. Like, there's a lot of negativity that's going on, and if you turn on the news for any 20 minutes at a time, you feel like the world is caving in on you. We do have permission to laugh and to keep our best face going forward and to balance out our mental our mentality, right? Like what we have going mentally. It takes both. It takes good exercise, good eating, still trying to keep yourself informed, but laugh. It's really great medicine. So we're here as entertainers to make you laugh and have a good time. This is what we're doing in our normal lives. We're drinking a little bit, we're hanging out, we're talking about things. So thank you for joining us tonight, and we hope to see you next week. This is easy stuff. This is fun. Everybody's got a little booze in their closet. Come and drink it with us. And with that, cheers. I'm going to end it now. Have a great night, guys.